the barbershop and getting your hair cut, and that guy saying, don't do this, don't do that, they only deflected. They're filling in the holes of those who are not knowledgeable of what's really going on with their local governments. All these different groups and fractions, because guess what? When they come together, you stop seeing the scapegoats. You stop seeing the excuses, because then you start seeing the truth. Because everybody starts saying the same exact thing. After a while, it's Hispanics saying the same thing, black people saying the same thing, white people saying the same thing about their local government. Guess what? People start believing it. That's why they don't want people to come together. They don't want you to know those stories. They don't want you to know about this white person who got shot who was unarmed. They don't want you to bring that up. They don't want you to bring up the fact that this Hispanic walking down the street was faced with the same officer who shot that white guy unarmed and also about to shoot you unarmed and has been out of control for the longest kind of time. They don't want to bring that up. They don't. That's what it boils down to. So like I said to people, I'm not going to be one of those scared leaders. I'm going to confront, because that's always been my thing. You know what I'm saying? If I have a problem with you or an issue, I come face to face. I'm just from the school of hard knocks. You know what I'm saying? When I take on my campaign, I'm showing you how I'm going to lead, how I'm not going to be intimidated, how I'm going to confront the tough issues. And this is one of those tough issues. That's what leadership calls for. But I'm not going to tell the black community, I'm not going to tell the white community, I'm not going to tell the Hispanic community to not know each other, not to get along. I'm going to tell them, y'all need to get along sooner than later. That's what it boils down to. And I'm helping you out. But the fact is, I'm not going to help you to your own detriment. We must take care of the fact that we are killing each other. It started with abortion. All it did was spread up. We're killing each other. And until we march against killing each other, nobody is going to respect our message, because they're going to say, y'all going to have the shortest amount of protests, because guess what? You're going to kill somebody within that protest, and it's going to all go away. Everything you tried to work for, everything you tried to achieve. Also, Democrats can win the election. Also, they can avoid the problem. Like I said, if they really cared about what was going on in Black America, if they cared about what was really going on in white America or Hispanic America or whatever, you will start having hearings about why are y'all so fixated on killing each other and blaming everything else when something else happens. It just seems like the whole time frame we march is for a black and white issue. When are we going to march for a black on black issue? When are we going to march for a white on white issue? And trust me, I'm telling this to black leaders, I'm telling the white leaders, I'm telling it to the Hispanic leaders. I don't care what leader you claim to be. You ain't leadership if you can't confront your mess in your own house. Good leaders clean out their house. And you can say, hey, this person don't have a father in his house. You can say this person don't have a mother in his house. But how about all those millions of people who have overcome and became a success without a father, without a mother, without a grandmother, those who from orphanages? We need to start telling these stories more. Because right now, making excuses and complaints is going to leave you on the couch. And you can stay there, keep talking about, hey, this other race keeps holding you back and all this other stuff. But guess what? People after a while recognize bullshit is bullshit. That's what it boils down to. And people don't call it the way it is. So until you can see all that police brutality, start putting in the comments, when are you going to have a hearing on us killing each other? When are we going to have a hearing on abortions and how it was really put in black neighborhoods and low-income neighborhoods, low-income white neighborhoods, because you wanted to kill them all so they didn't reproduce? That's exactly what's happening here in America. We've been killed off so we don't reproduce, but they're ignoring the real problem. The problem isn't with another race. The problem is for each race to start cleaning out their house, because there's going to be good blacks, bad blacks, good whites, bad whites, whatever. That's what the prisons show us. But the fact is, you cannot keep saying that you consider lives matter if you don't really care about the lives unless it's particular to your cause. But you overgeneralize what your group is about. So If people want to be governor, if people want to be a city council person or board of supervisors or whatever, you can't have this tough talk. You can't have this situation put out there for each community. Why are we killing each other instead of helping each other? Because your vote don't mean nothing if you're in the cemetery. But guess what? They'll use your dead body, your dead name, to vote in your place regardless. How much do they care about the fact you died because of how you died? Get what I'm saying? Shoot. If people really start paying attention and spend more time cleaning out their household and getting their kids prepared before they walk out those doors, we will have less crime, less murders, and less problems. The fact is, we have too many leaving them out because they don't want to spend time with them. They don't want to teach them at home. They don't want to give them those lessons that they need in life. And the fact is, what those same people who are being ignored, they're seeing each other kill each other. And they can't explain it because nobody else is explaining it to them. So then they think it's justified as long as they're killing that same person. Get what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. So, like I said, people can talk all that crap all they want to about what lives matter. But, like I said, when you look at the next black on black murder, white on white murder, Hispanic on Hispanic, see how many people actually marching and protesting over that. See, people get played very badly. And the thing is the ones who are uneducated, unaware, and jumping on bandwagons. They try to be militant and trying to be involved, but they have no clue of what they being involved in. But guess what? I tell them, you want to really know the merits of any organization? If somebody died for that organization, go to the family of that loved one and ask them what that organization did for them after they lost their loved one, protesting on their behalf. Guess what? That story is exactly the story of why so many people walk away from those groups. Because they say, you only care about the lives that you feel is going to get you on TV. But what I'm going through right now, me burying my loved one, going to the church, paying for that funeral, that ain't TV, that's reality. But I don't see you there for that one. I don't see you recording everything and putting it up there on your website of the funerals and all that stuff for those who lost their life. I don't see you doing that. You know why? Because people know you're full of shit. That's what it boils down to. You're full of shit. So, this is Merle Rutledge answering your question, the 2021 candidate for governor of Virginia, and people talking about what lives really matter. Show me that lives matter. Because if you can't claim black lives, white lives, all lives, and you're not there for those lives unless it's particular, specific, why do you have all these other people going to your death? And why haven't you stepped up for those families who lost their life? It sucks, doesn't it? But that's the truth of the matter. And that's why more people are walking away from these organizations in droves. Because they all are finding out the truth behind it. If you want to find lives matter, you're going to find this is important, then ask yourself this number one question. What is going on in D.C. has nothing to do with the fact that police officers lost their life. Your own kind lost their life. All throughout this protest and events that are connected, direct or indirectly. They're not bringing up their names. You know why? Because they don't want to talk about the story. They want to erase them out of history. The reason is because it doesn't fit their narrative. And like I said, Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, Hispanic Lives Matter. Why isn't everybody in Chicago right now? That's a good question. Why isn't everybody in Chicago right now? Because they're scared to confront the people doing the killing. How are we supposed to stop it if you're scared to stop it? So anyway, I'm out. I figure I'll answer that question right for you.